Hello everyone, today I will be discussing if patients need to search for medical information online and how they can protect themselves when using online health support forums. This topic really ties into what Allison Attrill discusses in cyber psychology, how the internet influences our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors when it comes to health and social support. So let's start with the first question. Should patients avoid looking up medical information online? Personally, I don't think people should completely avoid it or stop. In fact, when done carefully and concisely, it can be very helpful, reliable, impactful, and even empowering. Attrill in 2021 explains that online health resources can help people feel more in control and better informed about their conditions. For example, reading reliable information can help patients ask better questions for doctor's appointments, understanding their treatment options, or even just feeling more confident in managing their own health care. However, there's definitely a flip side. The internet has a lot of misinformation on it, and not all sources are reliable. I'm sure many of us have looked up common symptoms for like a cold or a flu that we had, and now the internet says we have some rare disease. That's what researchers call cyberchondria. Cyber, yeah, I hope I'm saying that right. Cyberchondria, when anxiety increases because we misinterpret what we read online. To avoid that, patients should focus on credible sources like government or hospital websites and double check what they find with a professional healthcare advisor. The key idea here is that online information should support professional advice, not replace it. Now let's talk about online support forums, which are another big part of the digital health world. These communities can be very helpful, especially for people dealing with chronic illnesses, rare diseases, or stigmatized conditions. They create spaces where people can share experiences, get emotional support, and feel less alone. Attrill in 2021 points out that computer-mediated communication, meaning communication that happens through screens, lowers barriers. In other words, people tend to open up more online than they might in person. That openness can lead to really meaningful connections and emotional healing. But it also comes with some risks, especially around privacy and over-disclosure. When people feel comfortable, they might share too much personal information without realizing who's actually listening or reading it. Unfortunately, there are scammers and trolls who like to take advantage of very vulnerable people in those spaces. So here are a few tips and tricks to stay safe. Avoid sharing personal details like your full name, address, or medical records. Use usernames or nicknames that aren't even tied to your other social media accounts. Check the forum's privacy policy before posting anything sensitive. Be very cautious about direct messages. If someone seems suspicious, do not engage. And most importantly, protect your own mental health. It's easy to get emotionally invested in online communities, so set boundaries and take breaks when you need to. In the end, both online searches and health forums can be very powerful tools for learning and connection as long as we use them wisely. Like Attrill reminds us, the internet has a strong psychological impact on how we think, feel, and behave. It's up to us to be smart digital citizens, people who understand both the benefits and the risks of living in a constantly connected world. So patients don't have to avoid the internet, they just have to use it with awareness, skepticism, and balance. I hope this video was very informative. I thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a blessed day.